Welcome back to the Top Liberty Coins. Today we are diving deep into one of the most legendary and talked about pieces in American coin history, the 1964 Liberty coin. This coin has captured the imagination of collectors, investors, historians, and treasure hunters around the world. Some people believe certain rare examples could be worth life-changing money, even reaching astonishing numbers like $787,976.49 under the right conditions. But what is the real story behind the 1964 Liberty coin? Why is it so special? And what is its true current market value? Let's go back in time to the year 1964. America was going through a historic transformation. The economy was growing, silver prices were rising, and the United States Mint was facing a major coin shortage. During this period, silver coins were still being produced for circulation. The Liberty design had already become an iconic symbol of American freedom, strength, and hope. On many coins, Lady Liberty represents independence and opportunity. By 1964, however, the silver era was coming to an end. One of the most famous Liberty coins of 1964 is the 1964 Kennedy half-dollar. While it officially features President Kennedy, the spirit of liberty remains deeply rooted in its design and American coin tradition. The 1964 Kennedy half-dollar was struck in 90% silver. That alone makes it valuable today because of its precious metal content. But beyond the silver value, certain rare varieties and special mint conditions can make these coins worth far more than their metal weight. Another legendary and mysterious piece connected to 1964 is the 1964 peace dollar. The peace dollar traditionally featured Lady Liberty on the obverse and a majestic eagle on the reverse. Production of peace dollars officially ended in 1935. However, in 1964, the Denver Mint reportedly struck a small number of peace dollars dated 1964. These coins were never officially released into circulation. According to historical reports, approximately 316,076 pieces were minted before the program was cancelled. The coins were supposedly melted down, and none were officially released to the public, but here is where the mystery begins. Over the decades, rumors have circulated that a few examples may have survived. If a genuine 1964 peace dollar were ever discovered and legally owned, experts believe it could break auction records. In the world of rare coins, rarity plus historical controversy equals extraordinary value. A unique 1964 peace dollar, if authenticated, could potentially reach hundreds of thousands of dollars or even approach values similar to $787,976.49 depending on condition, demand, and legal clarity. Now let's talk about real, confirmed market values for 1964 Liberty-related coins that collectors can actually buy and sell today. The 1964 Kennedy half-dollar in circulated condition usually trades slightly above its silver melt value. Because it contains 90% silver, its base value depends on the current silver market. When silver prices rise, the coin's minimum value rises too. In uncirculated condition, especially with strong luster and no wear, the price increases significantly. High-grade examples certified by professional grading companies can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, particularly those with exceptional eye appeal. There are also special varieties to look for. Accented hair-proof versions of the 1964 Kennedy half-dollar are highly collectible. These were early proof strikes with a slightly different hair detail above Kennedy's ear. Because they were produced in limited numbers, they command premium prices. High-grade proof examples can reach several $1,000s at auction. Error coins from 1964 can also be worth serious money. Double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and other mint errors attract collectors who specialize in rare mistakes. The more dramatic and well-preserved the error, the higher the value. Some dramatic 1964 errors have sold for thousands of dollars depending on uniqueness and condition. Let's return to the Liberty concept. Liberty coins symbolize freedom, democracy, and national pride. The peace dollar design, originally created by Anthony de Francisi, showed Liberty wearing a radiant crown. That design remains one of the most beautiful in U.S. coinage history. The idea that a 1964 version might exist makes collectors dream of discovering one in an old vault or private collection. Current market value always depends on three key factors: rarity, condition, and demand. Condition is measured on a grading scale from poor to mint state 70. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. A common 1964 silver coin in worn condition might be worth only its melt value. The same coin in pristine mint state 67 or higher could sell for exponentially more. Silver content is another critical factor. In 1964, dimes, quarters, and half dollars were still made of 90% silver. This makes every genuine 1964 silver coin a tangible piece of precious metal history. Even if it is not rare, it still holds intrinsic value. Now let's discuss the big numbers people see online. Claims of coins being worth $500,000 or $787,976.49 often refer to extremely rare, unique, or historically significant pieces sold at major auctions. These are not average pocket change coins. These are coins with extraordinary rarity, perfect condition, or unique backstories. Auction houses such as Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers have handled record-breaking coin sales where rare pieces reached 6 or even 7 figures, but here is the important truth for collectors and viewers of Coins Channel. Not every 1964 Liberty coin is worth a fortune. Many are common. The key is knowledge. Knowing mint marks is essential. In 1964, coins were minted in Philadelphia and Denver. Denver coins carry a D mint mark. Proof coins were produced in Philadelphia without a mint mark but with mirror-like surfaces. Collectors should always verify authenticity and condition through professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC. Certification protects value and gives buyers confidence. A certified high-grade 1964 coin can sell for much more than a raw, ungraded example. The history behind the 1964 silver transition is equally important. In 1965, the United States removed silver from dimes and quarters and reduced silver content in half dollars. This makes 1964 the last year of 90% silver for circulating coinage in those denominations. That historical milestone alone increases collector interest. Imagine holding a 1964 Liberty-related silver coin. You are holding the final chapter of an era when everyday money was made from real silver. That connection to history adds emotional and cultural value beyond price guides. Now let's talk about how to check your own coins. Look at the date carefully. Confirm it says 1964. Check the mint mark near the bottom on the reverse for AD if it was minted in Denver. Examine the coin under good lighting. Look for strong details in the hair, sharp lettering, and minimal scratches. The better the preservation, the higher the potential value. If you believe you have something rare, never clean the coin. Cleaning can drastically reduce value. Keep it in a protective holder and consult a professional coin dealer or submit it for grading. The dream of finding a nearly $1 million coin is powerful. Stories of rare coins discovered in old collections inspire millions of people to check their change. While most 1964 coins will not reach $787,976.49, some rare varieties and mysterious issues like the rumored 1964 peace dollar keep the excitement alive. The coin market today remains strong. Precious metal prices fluctuate, collector demand evolves, and rare coins continue to break records. Long-term collectors see coins not only as investments but as historical artifacts that preserve moments in time. The 1964 Liberty coin story combines history, silver value, mystery, and the possibility of extraordinary wealth. It represents the end of the silver circulation era and the beginning of modern clad coinage. It reminds us that sometimes small pieces of metal can carry enormous stories. Thank you for watching Coins. If you love learning about rare coins, hidden treasures, and current market values, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because you never know, the next coin we discuss could be sitting in your pocket right now, waiting to change your life forever. Today we are diving deep into one of the most exciting and mysterious topics in the coin collecting world, the legendary 1969 Liberty coin, and the shocking rumors about its current market value reaching an unbelievable $787,976.48. Yes, you heard that right, almost $800,000 for a single coin. But is it real? Is it hype? Or is there a deeper story behind this famous date? Let's uncover everything from history to minting errors to real auction records and what makes certain Liberty coins worth a fortune. First, let's travel back in time to the year 1969. America was going through major historical moments. The Vietnam War was ongoing. Neil Armstrong was preparing to step onto the moon, and coin production at the Denver Mint was running at full speed. The 1969 Liberty coin most commonly refers to the 1969 Lincoln cent struck at the United States Mint facility in Denver. The D mint mark stands for Denver, and millions upon millions of these coins were produced. That means in normal condition a regular 1969 penny is extremely common and usually worth only a few cents even today. So how can a coin from 1969 be connected to massive values? Here is where things get very interesting. While most 1969 coins are ordinary, there are rare varieties and errors from 1969 that have stunned collectors around the world. One of the most famous coins from that year is the 1969 double die obverse penny, struck at the San Francisco Mint, not Denver. This coin shows dramatic doubling in the words "Liberty in God We Trust" and the date 1969. The doubling is bold and clearly visible to the naked eye. Only a very small number were discovered and authenticated, and some of them have sold for well over $1 million in top condition. That is not hype, that is documented auction history. Now here is the important distinction: the legendary high-value coin is 1969's, not 1969 The 1969 Liberty penny by itself does not have a widely recognized double die variety as rare or as dramatic as the San Francisco version. That means if someone is claiming a 1969 penny is worth nearly $800,000, we must look carefully at why. Maybe it has a unique mint error, maybe it was struck on the wrong planchet, maybe it has an off-center strike combined with a high-grade condition, maybe it is being confused with the famous 1969's double die condition. Plays a massive role in coin value. A coin graded mint state 65 or higher by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC can multiply in value compared to a circulated example. But even in extremely high grade, most 1969 Lincoln cents sell for modest amounts because the mintage was over 4 billion coins. That is right, billions with a B. When supply is that high, rarity becomes the key factor, and without rarity value stays limited. However, collectors love the word Liberty, and many people refer to Lincoln cents as Liberty coins because the word Liberty appears on the obverse side next to Abraham Lincoln. That single word connects modern pennies to the deep American tradition of freedom and independence. Coins are small pieces of history in your hand, and sometimes people discover rare treasures hiding in pocket change. That is why the dream of finding a valuable 1969 coin continues to excite millions. There are also transitional errors to consider. In the late 1960s, the United States Mint had already switched from silver composition in dimes and quarters to clad metal, but pennies remained copper. In 1969, a rare wrong planchet error such as a penny struck on a dime planchet or a foreign coin blank could dramatically increase value, but such errors are extremely rare and must be authenticated by experts. Many online listings show crazy prices, but asking price is not the same as sold price. Always remember that. So what is the realistic current market value of a 1969 Liberty penny in circulated condition? It is typically worth 1 to 5 cents. In uncirculated mint state condition, it may range from a few dollars to perhaps $20 or $30 depending on grade, and I appeal only unique errors or extremely rare varieties would push that number dramatically higher, and there is no widely confirmed auction record showing a standard 1969 Lincoln cent selling for $787,000. The coin world is filled with myths, viral posts, and exaggerated claims. Sometimes sellers list coins online for hundreds of thousands of dollars hoping someone believes the hype, but professional collectors rely on verified auction data, grading certification, population reports, and historical research. True high-value coins leave a clear public record. If you believe you have a special 1969 coin, here is what you should do. First, examine it under magnification. Look for doubling on Liberty and the date. Check for unusual thickness, weight, or color. Weigh the coin. A standard 1969 copper cent should weigh about 3.11 grams. If the weight is very different, it might indicate an error. Second, compare it with confirmed images of rare varieties. Third, consider submitting it to a respected grading service for authentication. Never clean the coin. Cleaning destroys value instantly. Now let's talk about why some Liberty coins from other years truly are worth fortunes. Coins like the 1909 South VDB Lincoln Center, the 1914 D Lincoln Cent, and the 1955 Double Die have become legends because of low mintage or dramatic errors. These coins have sold for thousands and even hundreds of thousands in top grades. The lesson is simple: rarity plus demand plus condition equals value. Without those three elements, even an old coin may remain common. The dream of finding treasure in your pocket is powerful, and that is what makes coin collecting one of the most exciting hobbies in the world. Every coin tells a story. Every mint mark carries history. The Denver Mint has produced billions of coins, but hidden among them over decades have been rare gems that changed lives. That is why collectors continue searching rolls of pennies even today. So, is a 1969 D Liberty coin worth nearly $800,000? In almost all normal cases the answer is no, but could a unique error or misidentified variety create extraordinary value? It is possible in theory, but it would require expert authentication and strong auction evidence, always separate viral claims from verified facts. On this channel, Coins, we explore the truth behind rare coin rumors. We analyze market values, and we help you understand what makes a coin truly valuable. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1969 Liberty coin and current market value, make sure you subscribe, like, and share with fellow collectors. Drop a comment if you have found an unusual 1969 coin and tell us your experience, because the next big discovery could be sitting quietly in someone's jar of change, waiting to be noticed. And remember, in the world of coin collecting, knowledge is the real treasure. Today we are diving deep into one of the most talked about pieces in American coin history, the legendary 1969 D Liberty coin, and the fascinating world of Liberty coins in the current market. Some collectors believe certain rare varieties could be worth extraordinary amounts of money, with rumors and listings sometimes reaching figures like $787,976.48. But what is real, what is hype, and what should you actually know? Stay with me, because this is going to be a powerful and detailed journey into history, rarity, and true market value. First, let's talk about Liberty coins. The word Liberty appears on most United States coins, representing freedom and national identity. Over the decades, many famous designs have carried Liberty proudly, from the Morgan dollar to the Peace dollar, from the walking Liberty half dollar to the Lincoln cent. Liberty is not just a word on a coin. It is a symbol that has shaped American coin design for more than 2 centuries. Now let's focus on 1969 and the Denver Mint Mark D. The 1969 D Lincoln Cent was produced at the Denver Mint. At first glance, it looks like a normal penny. It features Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. Millions were made. In fact, over 4 billion 1969 D cents were struck. That means most 1969 D pennies you find are extremely common and worth only face value, 1 cent. So why is there so much excitement? Because in coin collecting, small differences can mean massive value. The key to understanding high prices is error coins and rare varieties. In 1969, there is a famous and extremely rare variety known as the 1969 S Double Die obverse, minted in San Francisco, not Denver. This coin shows dramatic doubling on the words Liberty and In God We Trust. That coin has sold for tens of thousands of dollars, and high-grade examples have crossed well over $100,000 at auction. But here is the important truth: the valuable one is 1969, yes, not 1969 D. Many online listings confuse people by advertising ordinary 1969 D coins for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Just because someone lists a coin for $787,976.48 does not mean it is worth that amount. Market value is determined by real sales, not asking prices. Always check completed auction results from trusted auction houses. Now, could a 1969 D coin ever be valuable? Yes, but only under special conditions. If your 1969 D penny has strong mint errors like double strike off center strike, clipped planchet, wrong metal composition, or is in extremely high mint state grade like MS67 red or higher, then it could be worth hundreds or possibly thousands of dollars. But without those rare factors, it remains common. Condition plays a huge role. Coins are graded from poor all the way to mint state 70. A coin in circulation with scratches and wear is worth far less than a coin preserved in perfect condition. Collectors pay big money for perfection. Let's also understand how hype spreads. Social media videos sometimes claim everyday coins are worth millions. This creates excitement, but it can also create confusion. The real coin market is based on rarity, demand, authenticity, and condition. Serious collectors rely on professional grading services like PCGS and NGC to verify high-value coins. The history of Liberty coin designs is truly fascinating. The Walking Liberty half dollar, minted from 1916 to 1947, is considered one of the most beautiful U.S. coin designs ever made. The Morgan dollar, minted from 1878 to 1904 and again in 1921, carries Lady Liberty in profile and remains one of the most collected silver dollars in the world. These coins contain silver, which adds intrinsic metal value on top of collector demand. Compared to those classic silver coins, the 1969 D Lincoln cent is made primarily of copper. Its metal value is minimal. That means its worth must come from rarity or error, not silver content. If you believe you have a rare 1969 D coin, here is what you should do: examine it under magnification, look carefully at the word Liberty for doubling, check the mint mark D under the date, weigh the coin to ensure correct metal composition, compare it with verified examples, and most importantly, get it authenticated by a professional grading service. Never clean your coin. Cleaning destroys original surfaces and can dramatically reduce value. Even wiping it lightly can turn a potentially valuable coin into a damaged one. Let's talk about real prices. In normal circulated condition, a 1969 D penny is worth 1 cent. In uncirculated red condition, it might sell for 10 to 50 cents. In extremely high grades like MS67 red, it could reach a few $100s if demand is strong. But reaching hundreds of thousands of dollars would require an extremely rare error confirmed by experts. So where does the figure $787,976.48 come from? Sometimes sellers list coins at unrealistic prices hoping someone inexperienced will buy them. Other times, it may simply be a typing error or a strategy to attract attention. The coin market does not work based on dreams, it works on documented sales. However, do not lose excitement. Coin collecting is one of the most rewarding hobbies in the world. Stories of rare coins discovered in pocket change are real. Valuable error coins have been found in circulation before. But knowledge is your greatest tool. The key lessons for every collector: understand the difference between 1969 D and 1969 S. Know that doubling must be strong and clear to have value. Trust auction records, not asking prices. Condition is everything. Authentication protects you from scams. Liberty coins carry history in their design. Every scratch, every mint mark, every tiny detail tells a story. Whether it is a common penny or a rare six-figure treasure, each coin represents a moment in time. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1969 D Liberty coin and the truth about current market values, make sure you subscribe to Coins for more powerful coin history, value breakdowns, and hidden treasure discoveries. Drop a comment if you have a 1969 coin and tell us what condition it is in. And remember, the next rare coin could already be sitting in your collection. Today we are diving deep into one of the most talked about Liberty designs in modern American coinage, and especially the mysterious 1974 D issue that collectors keep asking about. Is it really worth $787.97647? Is it worth thousands, or is it pocket change? Let's uncover the truth and the history behind these Liberty coins struck by the United States Mint in the United States, and in particular at the Denver Mint where the famous D mint mark was born. Liberty coins have always symbolized freedom, strength, and national pride. And whether you are holding a Kennedy half dollar, an Eisenhower dollar, or other circulating coinage from 1974, the word Liberty boldly stamped across the design connects you directly to American history. In 1974, America was emerging from economic uncertainty. Inflation was rising. Silver had already been removed from most circulating coinage, and collectors were paying close attention to mint marks because small details meant big differences in value. Now when we Talk about the 1974D Liberty coin. Most people are referring to the 1974D Kennedy half-dollar or the 1974D Eisenhower dollar. Both carry Liberty prominently in their design, but here is the critical truth: the standard 1974D coins were produced in the millions, which means most examples found in circulation today are common in worn condition. A typical circulated 1974D Kennedy half-dollar is usually worth face value or slightly above, while uncirculated examples in brilliant mint state condition can range from a few dollars up to perhaps $10 to $20 depending on grade. The 1974D Eisenhower dollar in circulated condition often trades between $1 and $3, with higher mint state grades certified by professional grading services reaching $40, $50, or in superb gem condition sometimes over $100, but nowhere near hundreds of thousands. So where do these big numbers like $787.97647 come from? Sometimes online listings show unrealistic asking prices, not actual sold prices, and that is a huge difference. In the coin market, value is determined by confirmed sales, rarity, demand, condition, and authenticity, not by hopeful sellers posting exaggerated numbers. However, there are exceptions, and this is where things become exciting. Error coins. If a 1974D Liberty coin has a dramatic mint error such as a double die, obverse major, off-center strike, clipped planchet, or wrong planchet error, its value can skyrocket depending on severity, and I appeal some rare high-grade error examples have sold for hundreds or even several $1,000s, especially if certified and preserved in pristine condition. But even then, values approaching hundreds of thousands would require an extraordinary unique mint error combined with intense collector demand. Condition is king in numismatics. A coin graded MS65, MS66 or higher by a respected grading service can multiply in value compared to a circulated example. For instance, a blazing sharp 1974D Eisenhower dollar with strong luster, minimal contact marks, and full strike details could command a strong premium in auction settings. Collectors also look for varieties such as doubled lettering on Liberty or date anomalies and small variations that most people overlook. That is why searching Rolls estate collections and inherited coin jars can be thrilling, because sometimes a small unnoticed detail makes all the difference. The history behind these coins adds emotional value as well. The early 1970s marked a transition period in American coinage design and metal composition. Copper nickel clad replaced silver for circulation issues, making surviving high-grade examples more desirable because fewer people saved them carefully at the time. Many were spent, mishandled, or stored improperly, so pristine coins today are scarcer than their original mintage numbers suggest. If you believe you have a 1974D Liberty coin worth serious money, the first step is never to clean it. Cleaning destroys collector value instantly. Instead, examine it under magnification. Check for doubling, unusual thickness, striking errors, or exceptional preservation. Then compare recent auction results, not just listings, and consider professional grading, because authentication builds buyer confidence. The true power of coin collecting is knowledge. The difference between $1 and $1,000 is often a tiny detail most people ignore. So while a regular 1974D Liberty coin will not realistically bring $787,000, the right combination of rarity, grade, and error absolutely can transform an ordinary-looking piece into a highly sought collectible. And that is why here at Coins we say, always check your change, always look twice, and never underestimate the story hiding in your pocket, because history, value, and opportunity might already be in your hands, waiting to be discovered. Today's story will completely change the way you look at pocket change forever, because we are talking about one of the most searched and most misunderstood coins in American history, the 1976D Liberty coin, connected with the United States bicentennial celebration. Many collectors believe some rare examples can be worth a lot of money, and rumors online even show shocking numbers like $787,976.44. But what is real, what is myth, and what should you actually look for in today's current market? Let's dive deep into the history, value, rare errors, and investment potential of this legendary coin. In 1976, the United States celebrated 200 years of independence from 1776. To honor this historic milestone, the United States Mint released special bicentennial coinage, including redesigned versions of the quarter, half dollar, and dollar. The designs were different from the regular issues, and instead of showing a single year, they displayed the dual dates 1776 to 1976. These coins were struck in different mints, including Philadelphia and Denver, and the Denver coins carry the D Mint mark. When people say 1976D Liberty coin, they usually refer to the 1976D Washington quarter, the 1976D Kennedy half dollar, or the 1976D Eisenhower dollar. Each of these coins carries historical importance and collectible value depending on condition and rarity. The 1976D Washington quarter features the familiar portrait of George Washington on the front with the word Liberty above his head. On the reverse, instead of the traditional eagle, it shows a colonial drummer boy with a torch encircled by 13 stars representing the original colonies. This dramatic design symbolized patriotism and revolution spirit. Millions of these quarters were produced at the Denver Mint, which means most examples found in circulation are only worth face value 25 cents. However, condition changes everything. If you find one in uncirculated mint state condition, especially graded MS67 or higher by a professional grading service, the value can rise dramatically into hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on demand. The 1976D Kennedy half dollar shows John F. Kennedy on the obverse with Liberty inscribed above. The reverse displays the presidential seal. Although large numbers were minted, high-grade examples and certain error varieties can bring significant premiums in auctions. The 1976D Eisenhower dollar features Dwight D. Eisenhower on the front and a special Liberty Bell superimposed over the moon on the back, symbolizing both independence and the Apollo space achievements. Some collectors strongly pursue high-grade uncirculated Denver Mint specimens because contact marks are common on large dollar coins, making pristine pieces rare. Now let's address the huge number people talk about: $787,976.44. Could a 1976D Liberty coin really sell for that much in normal circumstances? Absolutely not for a standard circulation strike coin. However, in the world of numismatics, extreme auction prices can occur under special conditions. For example, a unique mint error such as a double die obverse dramatic off-center strike wrong planchet error or experimental strike combined with perfect preservation and certified authenticity could theoretically push values extremely high if two wealthy collectors compete in a bidding war. But no verified public record shows a regular 1976D quarter half dollar or dollar selling for nearly $800,000. So when you see viral posts claiming massive numbers, always verify with trusted auction records from companies like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers Galleries. The true current market value depends on three main factors: rarity, condition, and demand. Rarity refers not only to mintage numbers but surviving high-grade examples. Condition is measured using the Sheldon grading scale from 1 to 70. Demand fluctuates depending on collector interest and market trends. As of recent market observations, most circulated 1976D quarters are worth face value. Uncirculated rolls can sell slightly above face. MS65 examples may range from a few dollars to maybe $15. Extremely high-grade MS67 examples have sold for over $1,000 in strong markets. The half dollar in circulated condition usually trades around face value 50 cents, while uncirculated high-grade examples can reach $20 to $100 or more. The Eisenhower dollar in circulated condition often trades between $1 and $3, but high-grade certified pieces, especially MS66 or MS67, can bring hundreds or occasionally over $1,000. Silver-clad bicentennial versions struck in San Francisco are a different category and may carry higher intrinsic value due to silver content. One of the biggest mistakes beginners make is assuming age alone determines value. A 1976 coin is historically important but not extremely old compared to 19th century coins. What truly creates value is scarcity in top condition or rare mint errors. Look carefully for doubling in letters, especially Liberty and In God We Trust. Check for misaligned strikes, clipped planchets, or dramatic die cracks. Use magnification and proper lighting. Store coins in protective holders to avoid scratches. If you believe you found something special, consider professional grading by companies like Professional Coin Grading Service or Numismatic Guarantee Company, because certified coins sell for higher trust and transparency in the marketplace. Historically, the Bicentennial Coin Program was one of the most popular commemorative circulating coin events in American history. It captured national pride during a time of reflection and celebration. Billions of coins were struck to meet public demand. Because so many were saved as souvenirs, truly rare high-grade survivors are fewer than people expect. Over decades, attrition, handling and storage damage reduced the number of flawless examples. This natural filtering process slowly increases premium values for top-condition coins. Investors sometimes overlook modern coins, but registry-set competition among advanced collectors pushes prices upward for the best of the best. Imagine two determined collectors both trying to build the number one ranked set of bicentennial quarters. If only a handful of MS-67 plus examples exist, bidding can escalate quickly. That is how ordinary-looking coins sometimes reach extraordinary numbers. So could your 1976 D Liberty coin be worth a fortune? It depends entirely on grade, rarity and authenticity. Most are common. Some are collectible. A tiny fraction are truly valuable. The key is knowledge, patience and verification. Always compare sold listings, not asking prices. Study auction archives. Learn grading standards. Protect your coins from cleaning, because cleaning destroys value instantly. Never polish or shine old coins. Original surfaces are precious to collectors. The 1976 D Liberty coin stands as a symbol of freedom, celebration and American heritage. Whether it is a quarter, half dollar or dollar, it tells the story of 200 years of independence, courage and progress. And while not every piece will make you rich, understanding the history and the market can help you make smart collecting decisions. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1976 D Liberty coin current market value and history worth potentially a lot of money, then subscribe to the channel Coins for more powerful stories, rare discoveries, hidden treasures and expert tips that could transform the way you see the coins in your pocket every single day, because the next valuable coin might already be in your hands waiting to be discovered. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and mysterious topics in the world of numismatics: the legendary top Liberty coins, their powerful history, their surprising 1980 market situation and the unbelievable current market values that have shocked collectors around the world, some examples reaching prices like $78,797,645. And even more in private auctions. This is not just about coins, this is about history, hidden wealth and rare treasures that could be sitting quietly in collections, vaults or even old family boxes waiting to be discovered. When we talk about Liberty coins, we are talking about some of the most iconic designs ever produced in the history of the United States Mint. Liberty as a symbol represents freedom, independence and strength, and since the late 1700s her image has appeared on countless American coins, capturing the spirit of the nation from the earliest days of the Republic. The journey begins in 1794 with the flowing hair Liberty design, one of the first silver dollars ever struck by the United States Mint. These early coins are now among the most valuable in existence. One example of the $1,794 sold for over $10 million, proving that Liberty coins can truly be worth a fortune. But today our focus also moves toward the 1980 market, because the 1980s marked a powerful turning point in coin collecting. During this time, silver prices were extremely volatile, especially during the famous silver boom driven by investors attempting to control the silver market. The spike in silver prices pushed collectors to re-examine older Liberty coins, especially Morgan dollars, piece dollars and earlier Liberty head gold coins. Suddenly coins that were once considered common began rising dramatically in value. In 1980 many Liberty coins doubled or tripled in price almost overnight. Collectors rushed to buy and dealers struggled to keep up with demand. Some rare date Liberty head double eagles and Morgan dollars reached record highs for that era, and even though prices later stabilized, the long-term impact was permanent. Serious collectors began treating rare Liberty coins not just as collectibles but as investment assets, and that shift in mindset continues to influence today's market. Now let's talk about what makes a top Liberty coin truly valuable. First, rarity. Low mintage numbers. Coins struck in limited quantities always command attention. Second, condition. Coins graded in mint state, especially MS-65 and above, can multiply in value. Dramatically third historical importance coins connected to major historical periods, wars, economic changes, or key mint locations often bring higher demand. Fourth, errors and varieties. Small minting mistakes can turn an ordinary coin into an extraordinary rarity. And finally, provenance coins once owned by famous collectors or featured in major auctions often gain prestige and higher price tags. Some Liberty coins have achieved unbelievable prices. For example, the 1933 St. Gaudens double eagle, featuring Liberty in stunning high-relief design, is considered one of the most beautiful coins ever created. One example sold for over $18 million, making it one of the most expensive coins in the world. Although technically minted earlier, its story of legal battles and rarity increased its legendary status. Similarly, certain Liberty head nickels, such as the 1913 issue, are extremely rare with only 5 known examples. One of them sold for millions, capturing headlines worldwide and reinforcing the idea that Liberty coins can reach astonishing values. Now, coming back to the 1980 discussion, many collectors who purchased Liberty coins during the silver surge held onto them for decades, and those who chose the right dates and high-grade examples have seen tremendous returns. Today in the modern market, high-quality Liberty coins are graded and authenticated by respected organizations such as Professional Coin Grading Service and Numismatic Guarantee Company. These grading services provide certification which significantly increases buyer confidence and often boosts the selling price in major auctions. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions regularly showcase rare Liberty coins, attracting global bidders including investors, museums, and elite private collectors. And this competitive environment is one of the reasons why some Liberty coins now approach multi-million-dollar valuations. So, can a Liberty coin really be worth $78,797,645, while that exact figure would represent an extremely rare and record-breaking piece? The coin market has repeatedly proven that rare iconic coins can achieve unbelievable prices, especially when rarity, condition, and historical importance combine together. Collectors today are not just buying metal, they are buying legacy, art, and a physical piece of American history. Gold Liberty coins, especially the Liberty Head and St. Gaudens designs, remain extremely popular because of their artistic beauty and limited survival numbers. Many were melted over time, reducing available supply, which increases value for surviving specimens. In the silver category, Morgan dollars featuring Liberty remain among the most widely collected coins in the world, but certain rare dates like Carson City Mint issues command premium prices far beyond their silver content value. One key lesson from the 1980 market boom is that timing matters, but quality matters even more. Investors who focused purely on metal price speculation often saw fluctuations, but those who chose rare date high-grade Liberty coins experienced stronger long-term stability and appreciation. Today's market is more global than ever. Online auctions, digital bidding, and instant grading verification allow collectors from around the world to compete for the same rare Liberty coins. This global demand continues pushing top-tier examples to higher and higher prices, especially coins graded in near-perfect condition. If you are watching right now, you might be wondering, could you own a Liberty coin worth a lot of money? The answer is yes, it is possible. Many valuable coins have been discovered in old collections, inherited estates, and even forgotten safe deposit boxes. The key is authentication, professional grading, and careful research. Never clean a coin, never alter it, and always seek expert evaluation before selling, because even small surface changes can dramatically reduce value. In conclusion, Liberty coins represent more than currency, they represent freedom, artistry, and opportunity. From the early flowing hair dollars to the legendary gold double eagles and the powerful market shifts of 1980 to today's record-breaking auctions, the story of top Liberty coins is one of excitement, history, and financial potential. If you are passionate about coins, stay connected with Coins, because we will continue uncovering hidden treasures, rare finds, and the secrets behind the most valuable coins in the world. Remember, sometimes a small piece of metal can hold a massive story and possibly a life-changing fortune. Keep collecting, keep learning, and keep searching, because the next record-breaking Liberty coin might be closer than you think. Today's story will absolutely blow your mind. Imagine holding a small metal disc that once moved through the hands of everyday people, buying bread, paying for coffee, passing through pockets and cash registers, and then suddenly becoming worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yes, we are talking about Liberty coins, especially the 1991 issues that collectors across the world are hunting today. Welcome to Coins, where history meets money and money meets opportunity. Stay with me, because what you are about to hear might completely change the way you look at the coins in your drawer right now. Liberty coins represent more than just currency. The image of Lady Liberty has been a powerful symbol in the United States for over a century. She stands for freedom, independence, and national pride. One of the most famous Liberty designs ever created is the Walking Liberty design introduced in 1916. The beautiful artwork was designed by Adolph A. Weinman, and it quickly became one of the most loved coin designs in American history. This design later inspired the American Silver Eagle bullion coin, which continues to be one of the most collected silver coins in the world. In 1991, several Liberty-themed coins were already in circulation or being produced as bullion or commemorative issues. While 1991 was not the first year Liberty appeared on coins, it was a year when collectors began paying closer attention to mint quality, proof versions, silver content, and grading standards. The 1991 American Silver Eagle, featuring the iconic Walking Liberty design on the obverse, became especially popular among investors and collectors. The reverse was designed by John Mercanti and features a heraldic eagle with shield. At first glance, a 1991 Silver Eagle might seem like just another silver coin. But here is where things get interesting. The value of a 1991 Silver Eagle depends heavily on its condition, mint mark, and grading. A standard circulated or lightly handled 1991 Silver Eagle might trade close to its silver melt value, depending on current silver prices. However, if that same coin is in perfect condition and graded MS-70 by a top grading service like PCGS or NGC, the value can jump dramatically. In some rare cases, pristine proof examples with deep cameo contrast have sold for thousands of dollars. Now let us talk about market trends. The current coin market is driven by several key factors: precious metal prices, collector demand, rarity, and overall economic conditions. When silver prices rise, Silver Eagles naturally increase in base value. But collector premiums are where the real excitement happens. For example, a 1991 proof Silver Eagle in perfect PR-70 condition can command a much higher premium than a regular ungraded example. The difference between a coin graded 69 and 70 might look invisible to the naked eye, yet the price difference can be massive. That is the power of professional grading. Beyond Silver Eagles, Liberty has appeared on many historic U.S. coins, including the Morgan dollar designed by George T. Morgan, the Peace dollar designed by Anthony de Francisi, and the Standing Liberty quarter designed by Herman A. McNeil. While these specific coins were not minted in 1991 for circulation, they influence how collectors view Liberty-themed coins in modern markets. The legacy of Liberty carries emotional and historical weight, and that emotional connection drives demand. Now here is the part that collectors dream about. There have been coins discovered in ordinary change or inherited collections that later turned out to be worth astonishing amounts. While a typical 1991 Liberty Silver Eagle is not automatically worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, extremely rare error coins, special presentation strikes, or perfectly graded early release examples can achieve incredible auction prices. In high-end auctions, rare American coins have crossed into six-figure territory. Some legendary Liberty coins from earlier decades have sold for more than $700,000. These numbers are not common, but they prove one powerful truth: condition, rarity, and demand can transform metal into treasure. The global coin market today is more connected than ever. Online platforms, live auctions, and grading transparency have made it easier for collectors in Pakistan, the United States, Europe, and Asia to participate in buying and selling. The rise of bullion investing has also pushed Liberty designs into the spotlight. Investors trust American Silver Eagles not only for their silver content but for their global recognition and liquidity. A 1991 example in unopened original packaging can attract serious buyers, especially if silver prices are climbing. Let us break down value in simple terms. If you own a 1991 American Silver Eagle in average condition, its value will closely follow the current spot price of silver plus a small premium. If you own a proof version with original government packaging and certificate of authenticity, the premium increases. If the coin has been graded by PCGS or NGC and received a near-perfect grade, the premium increases significantly. If it is a rare variety or has a minting error, the sky can be the limit. That is why careful inspection is so important. Always check for scratches, milk spots, toning quality, and packaging integrity. Professional grading can cost money, but for high-quality coins it can multiply value many times over. History also plays a role. Liberty coins connect modern collectors to over 200 years of American heritage. From early flowing hair designs to modern bullion issues, Liberty has evolved but never disappeared. The 1991 era represents a bridge between classic American coin artistry and modern investment-grade bullion production. Collectors who understand this connection often build long-term strategies rather than short-term flips. They buy quality, hold patiently, and sell during peak demand cycles. One powerful strategy in today's market is focusing on low mintage-proof coins. When mintage numbers are limited and demand grows years later, prices can rise sharply. Another strategy is targeting perfect-grade coins immediately after release before premiums climb. Timing matters. Economic uncertainty often increases precious metal demand. During inflation or financial instability, silver and gold coins frequently see higher buying activity. This creates upward pressure on both melt value and collector premiums. Let us also address the dream figure mentioned, a valuation like $787,976.43. While it is extremely rare for a standard 1991 Liberty Silver Eagle to reach that price, historic Liberty coins in extraordinary condition or unique status have achieved similar results in major auctions. Coins become that valuable when they combine rarity, flawless preservation, historical importance, and competitive bidding. That is the formula behind record-breaking sales. If you want to search your own collection, start by checking mint marks, proof indicators, and overall condition. Use a magnifying glass or coin loupe. Never clean your coins because cleaning destroys value instantly. Store them in protective holders. Research recent auction results rather than guessing. Knowledge is power in the coin world. The most successful collectors are patient, informed, and disciplined. They understand grading scales, market cycles, and historical context. They also know that not every coin will be a jackpot, but every coin carries a story. That story is what makes coin collecting addictive, educational, and potentially profitable. As the market continues to evolve, Liberty coins remain a central pillar of American numismatics. Whether you are investing for silver content, building a historical collection, or searching for the next auction headline, the 1991 Liberty issues are a fascinating place to start. Always verify authenticity, stay updated on precious metal prices, and watch auction trends carefully. If you found this deep dive into Liberty coins exciting and eye-opening, make sure you subscribe to Coins for more powerful stories about hidden treasures, rare discoveries, and market updates that could change your financial future. Because remember, the next time you hold a coin in your hand, you might not just be holding spare change. You might be holding history, opportunity, and possibly a fortune waiting to be discovered.